If you think love has an age limit, think again. Every year, thousands of people over 60 find real, lasting relationships through dating apps. But just like love itself, the digital dating world has its surprises, successes, and setbacks. Are you making one of the 5 biggest mistakes seniors make online? Are you using the right app for your goals? Don't swipe right until you hear this. Hi, I'm Peter Brown, and you're watching Elderly Paradox, your go-to source for aging with wisdom, humor, and heart. Today's episode is something special. We're stepping into the world of online dating for seniors, not just with tips, but with a conversation that's real, raw, and relatable. Joining us today are 2 voices many of you know and trust, Sara and Michael. They're not here to sell you an app. They're here to talk about what works, what doesn't, and what surprised them the most. Let's dive in.
You know, Michael, I never thought I'd be talking about dating apps in my 60s. But here we are. It's not just a young person's game anymore. And honestly, it shouldn't be.
Absolutely, Sara. When I turned 60, I realized that companionship doesn't retire just because we do. And the digital world has its arms wide open, even if it's a little awkward stepping in.
Exactly. And yet, most of us are nervous about starting. I mean, it's overwhelming. What app do you choose? Is it safe? Will people our age even be on there? Or is it just 30-somethings looking for a quick hookup?
All fair questions, and that's why we're doing this. Let's break down what we've learned, not from ads, but from real people. Stories, stats, Google Trends, and honest experiences.
I think of my friend Marie. She's 68. Lost her husband a few years ago. Her daughter helped her set up a profile on Silver Singles. Within a month, she met someone she's now been with for over a year. They go hiking every Saturday.
That's what it's about. I've met men and women in their 70s who feel like teenagers again, just from meaningful chats online. But also, some got burned. Fake profiles, scams, so we'll talk about that too.
So let's start with the most common question. Which app is best for seniors looking for a real relationship? I always tell people it's not about best. It's about what fits you.
Right, because some people want deep compatibility, others just want companionship, and others want someone to share their travel dreams. So we'll cover the most popular options and the honest pros and cons.
Dating after 60, what the numbers say. According to Pew Research, more than 20% of adults age 60 plus have tried online dating, and that number doubled during the pandemic. We're not just dipping our toes, we're diving in.
Exactly. And if you check Google Trends, searches like senior dating app or dating over 70 have skyrocketed in the last 5 years. In the US, top searches are coming from states like Florida, California, and Arizona, places with large senior populations.
I read a report from eHarmony that said their 60-plus user base grew by 60% in just 2 years, and apps like Our Time and Silver Singles were specifically built for our age group. That's huge. Here's my list of top free apps for seniors. Number 1, Facebook dating. Pros? Completely free, simple to use, and already connected to your profile. You can filter by distance, religion, interests. Story. My cousin Nancy, 64, met her now partner Ron on Facebook dating. They were in the same community group and never even noticed each other before the app matched them. Number 2, Bumble. Pros? Women make the first move, reducing unwanted messages. Good privacy features. Popular among the 50-plus crowd, surprisingly. Story. A friend's daughter set up her mom's Bumble profile. At 58, she started dating again and found someone in a week. They both love jazz. Number 3, Field. Pros, more alternative, open relationships, different lifestyles, completely free, and very honest in expectations. Note, not for everyone, but for seniors who've been divorced and are exploring, it's a judgment-free zone. Number 4, Tinder. Pros, still the most active dating app. Tons of users, easy interface. Story, I met a long-term friend through Tinder. We're not romantic, but we travel together now. Number 5, Our Time. Pros, tailored to over 50s, more serious users, easier interface than Match. Warning, watch for the checkbox that allows sharing your profile with other Match-owned sites.
Michael's view. Why go beyond the basics?
Those are great, Sarah, but what if someone is ready to invest in love, like really ready? There are apps where you pay more, but you also get serious matchmaking.
You mean like 3-day rule?
Exactly. It's not cheap, around $5,900 for a membership, but you're getting a professional matchmaker who talks to you, interviews people, and sets up your dates. No swiping, no wasting time. I've heard mixed reviews. One woman in our support group said she didn't meet anyone in 6 months, but another said it was worth every penny. She met a retired professor who is now her partner.
Then there's elite singles. Your focus is on professionals over 50. Most members have college degrees or higher. And Silver Singles uses a scientific matching system. That's good for people who believe compatibility can be data-driven.
Expectations and reality.
Before we dive into the deeper reviews, I just want to say, no app is magic. It's a tool. You bring the heart.
And the patience. You might chat with 15 people before one feels right, and that's okay. The goal isn't speed, it's connection. In part 2, let's go deeper into Our Time, Silver Singles, and Match with real user experiences, ratings, and what to watch out for.
Let's do it. And if you're watching this and feel unsure, just remember, you're not alone. We're in this together.
All right, Michael, let's get into the nitty-gritty. Our Time, Silver Singles, and Match. All 3 are hugely popular among seniors, but each one has its own personality, strengths, and quirks.
Exactly. Let's start with Our Time. This one's tailor-made for the 50-plus crowd. It's easy to use and feels very welcoming, especially if you're new to online dating.
Yes, I remember Ruth from our community cycle. She's 71. She'd never even used a smartphone until her grandson helped her create an Our Time profile. Within 3 weeks, she connected with Jerry, a widower from the next town. They're now planning a cruise together.
That's beautiful. And a lot of people say Our Time feels less intimidating than some of the younger focused apps. The interface is simple, the photos are big, and people tend to write longer, more thoughtful bios.
But there are downsides too. Some users complain about glitches. One friend said messages sometimes vanish or the app logs you out randomly. And don't get me started on the upselling. You get hit with constant prompts to upgrade for better visibility.
That's true. And pricing is important. As of this year, a standard subscription starts at around $30 per month, and it can go up depending on how long you commit. But with that, you unlock full messaging and enhanced match suggestions.
So overall, Our Time is great if you're looking for a slower pace and you're willing to invest a little, both financially and emotionally.
Next up, Silver Singles. This one's been getting a lot of buzz lately, especially because of its detailed personality matching system.
It's almost like eHarmony for seniors. They ask a ton of questions when you sign up. I mean, it took me nearly 25 minutes to finish the quiz.
That's funny. Same here. But I actually liked it. The algorithm is pretty strong. Once I finished the quiz, I started getting matches that felt intentional, like the people had real potential.
Remember Howard? The 65-year-old retired architect from New Jersey? He met his partner on Silver Singles. He told me they had a 94% compatibility rating. Now they're renovating a cottage together in upstate New York.
That's inspiring. And I like that Silver Singles attracts more serious daters. Most users are between 55 and 70, many with professional or academic backgrounds.
It's not a swipe left, swipe right kind of place. It's more deliberate. But again, that comes with a price. Around $40 a month if you go month to month. Less if you sign up for longer.
One warning though, the interface is sometimes slow, especially on mobile. And their customer support isn't the fastest. But if you're patient, it can work wonders.
And now, the giant, Match.com. This one's been around forever, and for a lot of people, it's the gold standard.
That's true. Match is owned by the same parent company that owns Our Time and Tinder, so there's some overlap, but Match has the biggest user base by far.
I met Bill on Match. We didn't click romantically, but we still meet for coffee every other Thursday. It's nice to know someone in the same boat.
And I met Marianne. We had a wonderful 6-month relationship. Ultimately didn't work out, but it was meaningful, and we still email occasionally.
With Match, you get a lot of exposure, but also a lot of noise. You have to sift through more profiles, and there are definitely bots and fake accounts.
It's not as senior-specific as Our Time or Silver Singles, but you can filter by age, interests, even religion and political views. That helps.
And cost-wise, it's competitive. Roughly $20 to $30 a month, depending on the plan. Worth it if you're willing to do the work.
Quick comparison. Our Time versus Silver Singles versus Match. Feature. Our Time, 50+. Silver Singles, 50+. Match. All ages, filters available. Focus. Casual to serious. Silver Singles. Serious only. Match. Mixed. Large volume. Matching. Basic search and suggestions. Silver Singles. Personality-based algorithm. Match. User-driven search and filters. Cost. Our Time. About $30 per month. Silver Singles. About $40 per month. Match. About $20 to $30 per month. Ease of use. Our Time. Very easy. Silver Singles. Moderate. Match. Moderate to advanced. Notable issues. Our Time. Glitches and upsells. Silver Singles. Slow interface. Match. Fake accounts and overwhelming.
You know what all these apps have in common? They can work if you do. You have to be willing to put in some time, be honest, and stay open-minded.
And don't be afraid to experiment. One app may feel awkward today and feel right next month. Just because your friend found love on Our Time doesn't mean it's the only way.
Let's talk about safety, because that's where a lot of people hesitate. How do you protect your heart, your money, and your information online?
Yes, let's get real about scams, ghosting, and the emotional roller coaster, because dating at our age is brave, and it deserves protection.
All right, let's get honest, Michael. Dating apps can be wonderful, but they also come with risks and common traps. I've seen far too many people give up because they made the same avoidable mistakes.
Exactly. And it's not just about bad tech or awkward first messages. Sometimes it's about emotional readiness, vulnerability, and online safety. Let's break down the most common pitfalls.
Mistake number 1, rushing the process. Too many people think it's like Amazon. You scroll, pick, and order love. But real connections take time. I knew a woman named Linda who joined Our Time and set up 4 dates in a week. It was overwhelming and disappointing. She needed time to reflect after each interaction, but she was in a rush to replace loneliness.
I can relate. I was so eager after my divorce that I jumped into chats, made plans too fast, and didn't vet people properly. Eventually, I paused, reset my intentions, and took things slower. That's when I met someone truly compatible.
Mistake number 2, oversharing too early.
Oh, goodness. People sometimes treat that first message like a therapy session. You don't need to share your whole life story right away. Keep it light, but real. A little mystery builds curiosity.
One woman I chatted with told me everything about her ex-husband and health issues within the first 30 minutes. It wasn't just too much, it was emotionally exhausting. Remember, online dating is like planting a seed. Oversharing is like dumping too much water. It drowns the connection.
Mistake number 3, falling for scams. This one's heartbreaking. I've worked with 2 clients who were scammed out of thousands. They believed they met charming man overseas who claimed they were stuck, needed help, or couldn't video chat because of work.
That makes me furious. If someone won't meet in person or even FaceTime and then asks for money, run. Report the profile. Apps like Match and Silver Singles have a button to flag suspicious accounts.
And never send money, gift cards, or personal banking details to someone you've never met. A good partner won't ask. A scammer will.
Mistake number 4, ignoring red flags.
If someone avoids answering direct questions, keeps rescheduling video chats, or disappears for days and pops back like nothing happened, that's a red flag.
Exactly. A relationship should make you feel safe, not confused. You deserve consistency. Even if it feels flattering, trust your gut.
I once had a match who seemed perfect on paper, but kept dodging video calls. When we finally did one, it was a recorded loop. I reported him immediately. Saved myself a world of pain.
Mistake number 5, not protecting your emotional health. This might be the most important one. You have to protect your heart. Rejection happens, ghosting happens, and sometimes people just vanish. Don't take it personally.
I had a long, hopeful exchange with someone named Susan. We even talked on the phone. Then one day, she disappeared. I was devastated, but later I learned her son had gotten sick and she stepped back from everything. It wasn't about me at all.
It's okay to feel disappointed, but don't let it make you bitter. Remember, you're not looking for just anyone. You're looking for your person.
Top tips for staying safe online? Let's get practical. Here are some tips we always recommend. Use a dating-specific email, not your personal one. Avoid sharing your address or financial info early on. Always meet in public places for the first few dates. Tell a friend or family member where you're going. Do a quick Google reverse image search on profile pictures.
And trust your instincts. If something feels off, it probably is. You have every right to protect your peace.
Positive stories when safety worked.
Let me share something uplifting. My friend Irene, 68, met a man on Silver Singles. On their 3rd video call, she asked to see him holding a spoon in real time, just to confirm he was real. He laughed, did it instantly, and said, "Smart move. They've been together 8 months."
I love that. And I had a friend, George, who met someone on Match. She insisted on checking his LinkedIn and Facebook before they met. At first, he was a little uncomfortable, but he later said it actually built trust.
Bottom line is, it's okay to be cautious. You're not being paranoid, you're being wise.
Coming up in Colony 4, we'll share how to create an irresistible profile, how to start the first conversation, and what to do if things start to feel real. It's going to be good.
Yes, where we go beyond the app and into the heart of connection. Can't wait. Okay, Michael, now we're getting into the fun stuff. Making a profile that actually gets attention. This is where people either shine or fall flat.
Absolutely. I remember when I first signed up on Match, I thought I could just write "retired, likes golf," and that would be enough. Nope, my inbox was a ghost town.
Been there. It took me 3 rewrites and 2 consultations with friends before I found my voice. And that's key. Your profile should sound like you.
Tip number 1, be honest, but stay positive.
This isn't the place to list every ache, heartbreak, or complaint. Be real, but don't be a downer. Say what you love doing, what lights you up. One woman I know, Ethel, wrote, "Retired teacher who still grades grammar on menus, loves classical music, and can't cook a thing." It was charming and honest.
That's great. I once messaged a woman because she said, "I make a mean lasagna and I dance while I do it." It was playful, specific, and it gave me something to talk about. Tip number 2, use clear, current photos.
Oh, this one's big. No blurry selfies, no wedding photos from 30 years ago. Show who you are now and smile. You don't need glamour shots, just a nice headshot and maybe one doing something you love.
I had a friend, Jerry, who posted a picture from his daughter's wedding. He looked great, but people thought he was still married. When he swapped it for a photo with his dog at the park, responses doubled. Tip number 3, say what you want without a grocery list.
Don't just say, "I'm looking for someone kind." Be a little more vivid. "I'm looking for someone who loves conversation over coffee and won't mind that I still listen to Frank Sinatra." That paints a picture.
And don't write 15 must-haves. It's not a job posting. Keep it open, but true to you. Like, "I'd love to meet someone who's warm, thoughtful, and enjoys the little things."
Story, the power of the right profile. Let me tell you about Jeanette,
72. She was widowed for 10 years. Her first profile was too formal. I enjoy gardening, knitting, reading. She wasn't getting replies. Then we reworked it. She added, I once beat my grandson on Mario Kart and bragged for a week. My roses are better than my cookies. Let's talk.
And?
She met Dawn, 70, who wrote back, if you can beat me at Mario Kart, dinner's on me. They're now planning a trip together. It just takes the right voice.
Starting the conversation. Breaking the ice. All right, now you've got a match. What do you say?
Not, hey, not, hi, beautiful. Say something about their profile. I see you like jazz. Who's your favorite artist?
Or add a little humor. I once said, you mentioned hiking. Does walking to the fridge count? Got a laugh and a date. Icebreaker tips that actually work.
Ask about something specific from their profile. Like, what's your go-to travel destination? Share a quirky fact about yourself. I've read Pride and Prejudice 6 times. Should I stop? Or use seasonal or timely questions like, best part of spring for you?
Keep the energy light, warm, and open. Don't talk politics, illness, or past trauma in the first few messages.
And always respond kindly, even if you're not feeling a connection. Courtesy never goes out of style.
Reader story. We started with a joke.
One of our viewers, Linda from Ohio, wrote in. She said she met her husband through a joke. His profile said, I'm not great at cooking, but I make a killer bowl of cereal. She messaged, do you pair that with vintage milk?
That's brilliant.
They met 2 weeks later. The joke broke the ice and made room for something real.
Final thoughts on profiles and intros. Don't be afraid to be yourself. You're not trying to impress everyone, just the right one.
Exactly. And it's never too late to update your profile or try a new approach.
So, Michael, you've matched, you've messaged. Now what? Let's talk about when and how to move things offline.
Yes, that's the moment that makes people both excited and nervous. I remember the first time I planned a date from an online match, I changed my outfit 3 times and still showed up 10 minutes early.
Oh, I can relate. But let's back up for a second. Before you even plan the first meetup, you need to feel comfortable. You don't owe anyone a date just because you matched.
Yes, consistency is key. If they message every day, share a bit about themselves, and ask about you, that's a good sign.
Exactly. But if the conversation feels rushed, let's meet today, or give me your number right away, pause. Protect your pace.
I usually talk to someone for at least a week online before meeting in person. It helps you build a little rapport.
A video call can be a great step before meeting. You can see each other's expressions, hear their tone, and if something feels off, you can still gracefully bow out.
I had a lovely 15-minute call with Ruth before our first coffee date. It just eased the pressure, and we already felt like friends when we met.
And sometimes a video chat saves you from a bad date. One friend of mine, Darlene, realized in 5 minutes that her match was way too negative for her. No harm done, no makeup wasted.
Step 3. Plan a comfortable, public first meeting.
The golden rule, first dates should be in public. Coffee shops, parks, bookstores. You need a safe, relaxed setting.
And drive yourself there, or have a friend drop you off. Always have your own way home. Tell someone where you're going.
And don't be afraid to set a time limit. I have plans in an hour, but would love to meet for tea. That gives you a natural out if things don't click.
Real story. A date in the garden.
My favorite story comes from Elaine. She's 68. She met Tom online. They both loved gardening. For their first date, they met at a local botanical garden. She brought a little picnic. They bonded over roses and sandwiches, and they've been together ever since.
That's perfect. Thoughtful, simple, and on theme with their interests. Step 4. Trust your gut.
Let's talk about instincts. If something doesn't feel right, it probably isn't.
Yes, I can't stress this enough.
One woman I know, Gloria, said her match made her feel like she was always being tested. She ended things after one awkward coffee meet. Later, she found someone who made her feel calm, not nervous. That made all the difference.
Your comfort is non-negotiable. It's okay to say no, and it's okay to say yes, too, when it feels right.
Step 5. When it goes right.
Let's not forget, Michael, some of the best relationships start with these apps. You've seen it, I've seen it, we are it.
We sure are. You remember when I told you about Sheila?
Your ballroom dancing partner?
Yep. We matched over a love of jazz and dogs. We went for a dog walk in the park. Her poodle and my retriever hit it off instantly. 2 years later, we're still going strong.
Now that's the kind of double match we all want. Michael, let's get into the heart of it. What are we actually looking for? Love, companionship, friendship? Because clarity really changes everything.
Absolutely. The first question we should all ask ourselves before going online is, what do I truly want right now? For some, it's marriage. For others, it's meaningful companionship without pressure.
One woman I know, Teresa, she's 74, put it beautifully. She said, I don't want another husband. I want a partner to go dancing with, to share meals with, to laugh with. Someone to hold my hand when the lights go out.
That's powerful. And the beauty is, when you're honest about your intentions, you attract people on the same page. No more games, just mutual understanding.
Step 1. Define your purpose, then say it.
Your dating profile is a great place to start being clear. I'm looking for a joyful connection with someone who loves travel and conversation. That's better than just looking for something real.
Yes, and in your conversations too. Don't shy away from saying, I'm not looking to get married again, but I would love to find someone special to share life with. And it works both ways. I once spoke to a gentleman named Reggie. He was 81 and put it all out there. I'm still full of life. I want to fall in love again. He met a retired school teacher from North Carolina, and 6 months later, they were dancing in the kitchen every Sunday.
That's powerful. And the beauty is, when you're honest about your intentions, you attract people on the same page. No more games, just mutual understanding.
Step 2. Reflect on what didn't work before.
Dating with purpose also means learning from the past. What patterns do you want to avoid? What did you settle for before that you won't again?
Yes, a friend of mine, Judith, always dated men who didn't listen. Now, she says, my number one must-have is someone who asks how my day was and listens.
We deserve to be seen, heard, and valued, especially now.
Step 3. Embrace the unexpected.
I love how dating in our 60s and 70s often brings unexpected surprises. I know 2 people who matched over a shared love for crossword puzzles. Now they travel to puzzle conventions together.
That's a beautiful kind of nerdy love. My neighbor, Ellen, thought she was just looking for a friend to go to the movies with. She ended up finding someone who helped her fix up her garden and her heart.
When you stay open, life will surprise you.
Step 4. Make peace with where you are.
Dating with purpose also means honoring your current season. Maybe you've lost a spouse. Maybe your kids worry about you meeting someone new. Maybe you're unsure. That's okay. You don't have to rush, and you don't have to explain yourself to anyone. Your life, your timing, your heart. And when you do meet someone, it doesn't mean replacing the past. It means adding to your present.
That's beautifully said. Real stories. Purpose-driven love. One of my favorite couples, Jean and Roger, met through a senior travel group online. Both were widowed, both hesitant, but they bonded over a shared love of nature trails. 3 years later, they're still walking side by side.
Another example, Cliff and Naomi met on Silver Singles. She liked his story about painting sunsets. He liked her sense of humor. They started with phone calls, then coffee, then companionship. It's not flashy, but it's solid.
And that's what matters.
Sarah, I have to say, this conversation has really opened my heart again.
Mine too, Michael. It's funny how sharing stories, ours and others, makes you realize just how much hope and possibility still exist.
Exactly. Whether it's first coffee dates, dancing in kitchens, or just sharing silence, there's so much beauty in these later chapters.
Well, I've certainly learned a lot from you, and I hope everyone watching feels a little more inspired, a little more ready to take a chance.
Likewise, Sarah. Talking with you has been an absolute joy. Let's keep reminding each other and everyone out there that love never retires.
Until next time, Michael, take care and thank you.
Goodbye, Sarah. And goodbye to everyone watching. Go out there with an open heart.
What a beautiful exchange. What a beautiful truth. Love after 60 isn't just possible, it's powerful. Today, we learned that clarity, honesty, and courage are our best allies. We saw the dating apps are tools, but your heart is the real compass. We explored apps like Our Time, Silver Singles, and Match. We discussed mistakes to avoid, how to create profiles that truly reflect you, how to transition from online to offline, and most of all, how to stay grounded in what you truly want. And remember, at Elderly Paradox, we believe age is grace. Every wrinkle tells a story, every gray hair holds wisdom, and every new connection is a chance to bloom again. This is Peter Brown, your host from Elderly Paradox. Stay connected with us for more heart-led conversations across health, lifestyle, relationships, and everything that makes this chapter of life so rich. If this video touched your heart or helped you in any way, please like, share, and subscribe. Show some love in the comments. Tag someone you care about. Give that thumbs up. You've been watching Elderly Paradox. Signing off for now. Until next time, love you all.